First of all, there are very few easy answers in policy. And so it's hard to get stuff out in sound bites. It's easier to have a conversation. So there's really two reasons I'm in the Freedom Caucus. It's very simple. Number one, when we went through a nominating contest, it was a perpetual question, will you join? I said sure, and I did. That's about keeping your word. But the second reason is that there's one group in Washington in elected office that is consistently addressing what I think is an existential problem in the form of profligate spending and debt. And that's the Freedom Caucus. Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm just listening to the people, and when that was boom, 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 will you join the Freedom Caucus? Will you join the Freedom Caucus? So the first thing I did, and of course I know as much about the Freedom Caucus as anybody that watches the news, was research the Freedom Caucus. What is it? What am I gaining? What am I giving up? Right. But when we do these radio town halls, and to a larger degree telephone and Facebook Live, one of the things I try to point out is, okay, this is John and he's calling from Mecklenburg. All right, this is Susan and she's calling from Fauquier. And we literally can cover the entire district in one event wherein folks can sit at home on their sofa. You know, we did one last night and I got a question on subject matter that I had never contemplated about the dual use potential of like nuclear aircraft carriers for disaster relief. I mean, that's some heady stuff, and that's from a constituent saying, you know, if there were another Puerto Rico hurricane scenario, could we essentially park an aircraft carrier offshore and provide critical infrastructure services while they replace the power grid? This is from listening to constituents. Now, I don't know the feasibility of that. This is a question that we got last night, but I would have never heard something like that if I weren't talking to thousands and thousands of people from my district on a fairly regular basis. So that's the first time I ever heard the term medical marijuana. I laughed out loud and thought, damn, what will they think of next? But having had 20 some odd years to meet with people who were parents of children with intractable epileptic seizures, CTE injury, traumatic brain injury survivors, NFL football players and military vets, chronic pain management patients, victims of the opioid overprescription circumstance. I mean, I'm pretty darn sure there are redeeming medical uses for cannabis, particularly CBD, but in other forms. I know this to be the case from my hands-on experience with people who've used these products, yet still a Schedule I federally controlled substance, meaning no redeeming medical use, which is bull. It's not true. My district's largely rural. One of the things that still works in my district is agriculture, and somebody needs to explain to me why my farmers can't grow industrial hemp, because it makes no sense. We import almost $2 billion a year, $600 million plus from Canada alone, of a product that we could grow better in Mecklenburg County, Virginia. Because why? Because we've got sort of a draconian cannabis policy that catches cannabis's cousin hemp up in this net and literally takes food off the tables of my farmers. And my job is to stand up for them. So those are the three reasons.